At Lakewood Ranch Acupuncture and Wellness, the treatments are very relaxing. They're quite sedating, actually. When someone comes in for treatment, first we'll sit down, we'll chat a little bit, find out what's changed, what hasn't, what's improving, what we still need to work on, and then I will again come up with a treatment plan. So depending on what symptoms someone is presenting helps me decide how I'm going to best treat them that day.
One of the best things I liked about Dr. Carter, especially when you first meet her, is she asks a lot of questions to truly get an understanding of where you're at, what you're going through. She does an amazing job of listening to her patients and being able to come up with a plan on how she's going to be able to help you feel better.
I probably have never slept 5 hours in one night in my entire life. It takes me a really long time to fall asleep. Then I fall asleep, I might sleep 45 minutes to an hour, then I awaken and all the voices come into my head. It's like everything that is going on, but I don't want to deal with this anymore.
I have never been a great sleeper. I've always had trouble with it all my life. I absolutely noticed a huge difference. Before I was on sleeping pills that were having virtually no effect. Since I had the treatments with Dr. Carter, it's been a huge difference. I'm sleeping full nights now.
I am someone that suffers with sleep apnea, and the sleep apnea started to get more severe to the point where I developed insomnia and was only sleeping an hour each night. The medications that I was prescribed in the past, I thought led me down this spiral and made things worse to, truly not being able to function. So to be able to have acupuncture actually help me in sleeping without having to use any chemicals or drugs, and to be able to go from 1 hour a night to 7 or 8 is amazing.
My sleeping patterns throughout the week were horrible. Only having 4 to 5 hours of sleep and waking up at 2:30 every morning, you just don't feel like you have a clear train of thought. I'd get home at night and I was just drained. I had no desire or ability to play with my kids or spend time with my wife because I was just so tired just by trying to function. The biggest change that I'm able to enjoy now is when I get home at night and my kids are wanting to play and wrestle, and then my wife wants to sit down and talk. Not only has the acupuncture greatly helped my fatigue and ability to sleep through the night, but the B complex shots that she's given me and the regimen that we've gone on with that has dramatically increased my energy throughout the day and then my stamina to be able to be home and play with my kids.
The difference came probably after maybe 3 visits, and I was falling asleep quicker, which is very nice. Noticed that I was like, oh, I'm asleep 2 hours, and the next thing you know, I'm asleep 3 hours. And then as I kept coming, the time progressed, and finally I hit that 5 hours, and I think it was immediately that I contacted Dr. Carter and said, wow, it happened! I slept 5 hours last night.
I was having issues with my left shoulder because of an old ball injury, but in recent years it's been nagging a lot more and had gotten a lot worse recently. I went back to the doctor, was not finding any satisfaction with the pills and stuff he was prescribing, but the acupuncture has made a huge difference, and they really have made a believer of me.
I felt very fortunate to be able to find Dr. Carter and finally be able to sleep more than 1 hour a night and actually get up to about 7 to 8 hours a night. I look at it this way: if she is able to get me to fall asleep and snore during the session, then obviously she is doing something right.